Well, hey guys, it's Nick and Keisha back with you today again, and
Morning.
hopefully hopefully you're having a good morning. It's morning here,
Or afternoon.
whatever time you're watching this. But hopefully you've enjoyed our 2 videos in the past. If you haven't, you're going to watch them, hopefully, in this order. But we've already talked about, dating and red flags. We've talked about, connection. We talked about, how to really connect on an emotional level with COVID going on. And so today, we're going to talk about 2 very important words and how different they can be. And we're going to talk about some love and some infatuation.
I think it's really easy, to, the culture does a great job of kind of blurring the lines of what is love,
Yeah.
and what is just a crush or what is just an infatuation. Like what's, real connection versus, something that is maybe just on the surface and maybe physical or whatever. But TV and music is all loaded with, lots of examples of both. And so, we just want to kind of talk about what both of them mean, and kind of, we've got a few song lyrics that we've pulled up that we're going to kind of read, and kind of decipher whether
Right.
the music we're hearing is, about love or infatuation. And I think it's good to know the difference. And the reason it's good to know the difference is because everyone wants healthy connection and healthy relationships. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to have their heart broken. Nobody wants to hurt, And so when you know the difference and what to expect in your relationship when you're dating someone, if you know, don't you want to know, is this the real thing? Do I want to dive all the way in? Do I want to give them my whole heart? Or is this maybe not the real thing?
It's just, you got me in my feelings.
Yeah.
Is it just a feeling?
Yeah.
Or is it truly a big deal? Is it something serious? And oftentimes in high school, it's not very serious really. Because, the big thing is, guys, we always draw attention to this in high school, is that only 2% of high school relationships last. Think about it. Now, I know some of you are holding out hope. I'm the 2%. You might not be. You might be the 98%. I've got some friends who they did date all through high school. They got married, and they made it. They're still married today. I've also got other friends who they didn't make it, right? Mm-hmm. And so we're going to kind of walk you through some of these, some examples, some things. And so we're going to kind of talk about, is this love or is it infatuation? So, Keisha, why don't you start us off? We got fall into. So what do you think this is? Is this love or infatuation?
Fall into. So when you think about falling in love, this is a term that we've heard for a long time, for years and years. Free falling,
Free falling,
so
baby.
we fall in love, we often associate that with love, right? But if you think about when you're falling, okay, if you were to, jump off of a bridge, okay, don't do that. But if you were,
go jump off a rock.
Say you were skydiving or
go.
bungee jumping or something, and you were to jump off, that feeling of falling, you are uncontrolled, you are overwhelmed
Arms
with
everywhere.
the emotion, you're flailing, and you're out of control when you're falling into something, when you're falling into the water, falling into a pool, falling into the lake or whatever.
Miss a step. That's what we're talking about. If you miss a step, nobody misses a step, and they're controlled it's bad.
Yeah.
And then the number one thing you do when you fall is you look around. You're like, who saw
Who
that?
saw that?
Who saw that? And so that's definitely in one camp. Which camp?
Yeah. That is infatuation.
Yeah.
Because of the uncontrollables that kind of come with falling into. Now, there sometimes there's feelings, and we're going to talk more about that. There's feelings that can feel kind of similar when it comes to love, but that usually takes some time. But initially, falling into is infatuation.
All right, yeah. So it's very quick, very sudden, uncontrollable.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of heat, a lot of passion, but it's not controlled. Remember, it can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, so what's our next one? So we got strengthened by time or separation. Strengthened by time or separation. And this is really difficult right now, and it's very current because that's probably a lot of you. Right now, your relationship's very strained. There's been a lot of time. You haven't even seen your boyfriend or girlfriend in weeks. And, there's some news that just came out that most of you will not be back in school till January. So that's a long gap there where you might not have any type of connection on a physical level or any type of face-to-face conversation. So this is going to be a real big test for a lot of these relationships. And the big thing is, if it's strengthened by time and separation, it's definitely probably in the love camp. Because love has this anticipation, has this feeling that, you know what, I'm going to wait, it's going to be better, it's going to be better. And usually, you know, love is based off of those emotional connections. Love is based off of things that are real, not just physical. And so the physical stuff comes and goes because in true, real relationships, you know, you're not connecting physically all the time. You know, you don't base your relationships off of just all the sex. I mean, because it's not reality. Because you have to do life together. There has to be bigger things holding you together that are more important than just a physical connection.
Yeah.
So this one definitely goes in the love category. It's strengthened by separation and time.
Yeah, and the opposite of that is weakened by time of separation. So if your relationship, you know, gets weaker and kind of falls apart, and the feelings that you have for each other kind of get weaker and distant, then maybe that's a good indicator that it's not love, and it's okay to kind of go your separate ways.
And it's better to do it now in high school than when you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
And you're in your 20s. You know, so really watch out for keys like that. All right, Keish, based on shared experiences, beliefs, or attitudes.
Okay, so if you think about, you know, you're in relationship with someone, you know, and you have, you know, common interests, you have similar beliefs, you have similar attitudes about your life, about your what's right and wrong, your morals, your values, the things that are important to you. Think about your goals, where you're going, what you want to do with your life. You know, if you share the same kind of things with that person and you're going in the same direction, that's going to be a positive thing.
Huge.
You know, and as you get older, like right now, you're probably not thinking about kids and marriage and stuff at this point, probably, but at some point, you're going to date someone that's going to become your husband or wife. And so understanding those things is really important, because you don't want to get into a committed, long-term, you know, relationship with someone and then find out, you know, 3 years in that they don't want to have kids and you are really passionate about having lots of kids.
Huge,
like
big
that's
roadblock.
A big deal breaker. So thinking about those things and sharing those things early in your relationship is really important. So if your relationship is based on those experiences, you know, and those shared similarities, that's going to be a good thing.
So what camps it in? Love, infatuation?
Love.
Yeah, so this is definitely very key, very big, important, because, guys, that's who you are. Your belief system is who you are. Like, why you believe things is because you have those values, those beliefs. And so that's a huge, big deal. That's a deal breaker. It can be a big deal breaker because most of the time, people don't change the major foundational things in their life. They just don't. They just don't. Like, who you are, when you're, usually I like to say, you're building who you are in high school, but usually in your 20s, you're solid. Like, your belief system is not going to change for the most part. Your way you look at things, the way you operate, it can change, but for the most part, it's going to stay the same. All right, so this one's a little bit tricky. A little bit tricky here. This one's a feeling. So this one's, we get a lot of confusion from students in the classroom when they pick this up. Immediately, they go, that's love, baby. That's love. Love is a feeling. You know, I love you. And so it's kind of tricky here because love is a feeling in some areas, but in the opposite way, it's not. Because feelings come and go. You know, some days I feel really good about coming to work and I ain't even have my coffee yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go get this bread. Like, I'm ready to go, come to work. And I love my job. And there's some days I'm like, man, I gotta go to work today. Like, I don't feel like going to work. I mean, you know, because that's a feeling. Does that mean my job is bad? No, that just means feelings are up and down. They're a roller coaster, right? Some days you really like this, some days you really don't. And because our feelings change, like we change clothes, right? They oftentimes do. You might say, like, I love this. You might say, I love pizza and I love my grandma. That's totally different loves, right? So the big thing is a feeling goes in the infatuation category. But the opposite of a feeling and the counterpart to that is a decision or a choice. Because love is a decision. Love is a decision. You know, every day I choose to love people. Every day I choose to love my wife. Every day I make the choice to love people, not because of them or what they do to me, but because I make that choice. So it's a really mature way of looking at it. Like, you decide to love someone.
Yeah, because you have bad days. You both have bad days. You argue, you fight, you disagree with things, you know. Like, there's days when they get on your nerves.
Oh, yeah.
But you make a decision every day, to love that person, whether it's, that can be in friendships or romantic relationships, but yeah, it is a decision. It's not based on feelings. Are there feelings involved in love? Absolutely. Big ones.
Yeah.
But the relationship isn't based on love. It's based on, I choose to love you. I choose you. I am considering you no matter how I feel.
Yeah. And if you think you love somebody, just be quarantined with them. You'll find out how much you love them. You'll find out. All right, so our last one, we're going to go, what do you want to go? Let's talk about, all right, Tisha, you got this one.
Mm-hmm. All right, based on physical attraction or popularity, love or infatuation. That's going right over here. Obviously, that's an easy one, but we like to talk about it because a lot of times we don't realize, what the motivation is behind why we're attracted to this person, why we want to be with this person, and that's something that you should really consider and think about in dating. If you are attracted to someone, what is it about them that you're attracted to? Is it their physical body? And if so, that's cool. That's fine. That's a natural human desire and attraction, is being physically attracted to each other. But if the relationship is just based on how they look, that's a pretty shallow relationship. So that's why that falls under infatuation. Relationship is a bigger connection than just the physical appearance. Yeah. Because you know what? The physical appearance is the one thing about a person that's going to change over time.
And they can't control it.
Yeah.
You have no control. Like, it doesn't matter how much you work out, doesn't matter how much you eat good, doesn't matter how healthy you are, your body's going to change. Mm-hmm. It's just a natural thing. Like some of you girls out there, guess what? You're going to have gray hair. You can dye it all the time, but guess what? It's going to keep coming back. Mm-hmm. Some of you guys out there, guess what? You're not going to be as swole and as big as you think you are. And right now, you can smash some cheeseburgers and some pizza and be like, I still got my abs. Guess what? There's going to come a day where you look there, you're like, where'd they go? Because you're just changed.
You're not going to be able to see your feet.
Yeah. Or other things. So just be aware of that. Think through that and think through, like, hey, what am I basing things off? Because physical attraction, the thing we highlight in the classroom is physical attraction always shows up when there's an emotional attraction. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing. You have physical intimacy when there's all these other types of intimacy. Mm-hmm. All right, so linking, how do we really go about navigating whether someone's in love and infatuation? Because it's so tricky. In our culture today, y'all are bombarded with lyrics from songs. And here's the thing, do you ever look up lyrics? Do you ever really think about, like, you're going on the road, like, you might hear something and it might be stuck in your head for the rest 5 days. You know why you're singing it, because song lyrics are very catchy. But when's the last time you really looked up all the lyrics? So
I know, I never did. I never looked up lyrics, and my mom was so, she wouldn't allow me to listen to some music, and it would make me so mad. And I didn't think about it or realize it until now. Now as an adult, and I have my own kids, I hear things that I didn't used to hear. I see things that I didn't used to hear, and that just comes with growth, development, and maturity. But when it's catchy, you don't care what they're saying. I've had the conversations with my teenagers, and they don't care. But whenever I printed them out and read them the lyrics. This is what you're singing out loud. Do you know what this is even talking about? They were kind of embarrassed. So we printed a few song lyrics. So we've got Watermelon Sugar.
I like that song.
We've got Senorita. And we've got 10,000 Hours. And Nick is going to sing it.
It's 10,000 hours. My wife likes that. It's like 10,000 hours.
Yep.
I can't sing.
He's trying, though. He's trying.
Yeah, dead, choked out, done.
So, just going to highlight a few of these. Okay, so Watermelon Sugar. This
is about some picnic, right, Keish? This is about him, putting sugar in water.
It seems
two schools of
like
thought. Watermelon and sugar or salt. Are you salty? You put salt on watermelon?
Oh,
you don't do anything?
No.
You put sugar on it?
No.
I'll put nothing on it. Some people like salt. They're weird. You're weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. All right, so let's listen to just a few of these.
All right. Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries in that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm.
Which is not watermelon.
Berries and watermelon aren't warm. Okay, never mind.
You want a watermelon cold.
Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I could ever go without. Then it goes on to say, getting washed away in you. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I want your belly and that summer feeling. I just want to taste it. I just want to taste it. Sounds like a song. I don't know if I could ever go without. So it's very subliminal. There's no real outward, sexual anything. but it's a very sensual song with lyrics talking about more than just watermelons. But yeah. So the next one, Senorita. Do you want to read one of them?
Oh,
Let me
Lord.
just highlight.
Senorita,
I'll let you read that one.
Senorita's a drink, isn't it? You know what Senorita actually is? Isn't it a drink? I don't know.
No, it's like a
Wine? I thought it was a wine. Maybe it's not wine. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Senorita is like a
Spanish
like a
lady?
female, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I love it when you call me Senorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya. But every touch is ooh la la la. It's true. I should be running. You keep me coming for ya. Sweat dripping off me.
First off, she didn't take a shower.
Tequila sunrise. Her body fit right in my hands.
Oh.
La la la. It felt like ooh la la la. I love it when you call me Senorita. Every touch is ooh la la la. I'm kind of breezing through because it's a lot of lyrics, but I want to hit some particular ones. Locked in the hotel, there's just some things that never change. You say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste.
Oh, man.
It's been a long time coming. Don't you let me fall. When your lips undress me, hooked on your tongue. Your kiss is deadly. Don't stop.
Oh, dang.
So this is a very sexual song.
Right.
Very sexual.
Some of y'all's little sisters
But
and brothers.
it's very catchy.
You be bobbing around.
You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, don't be singing that. You don't know what it's about. Because it is true, guys. We don't think about this stuff.
No.
We don't
Both
think about
of these are under Infatuation.
Yeah, so here's the big thing. You've got all these songs. You're listening to all of them. And we just want you to be aware of that. So this one's 10,000 hours. I want to say 10,000 reasons, but 10,000 hours. Let's start off. Pick a few. Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance? When you're drunk with your friends at a party, what's your favorite song? Does it make you smile? Do you think of me? I'm like singing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I spend 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. Oh, that's what it takes to learn the sweetheart of yours.
Mm-hmm.
That might never get there, but I'm going to try. It's 10,000 hours for the rest of my life. I'm going to love you. So you can already tell these two songs are very sexualized. This has got some sexual things in it, obviously, but the main focus is about love. The main focus is, hey, I'm going to spend the time it takes to really get to know you.
To get to know you. To get to know your heart.
Yeah, I'm going to really spend the time. And of course, 10,000 hours, that's a lot of time. Because in reality, guys, that is the truth about relationships. Real relationships take a lot of time and a lot of work. Mm-hmm. Now, you can connect sexually easily. You can just link right up. Boom. You know, that's just easy to do. And so we want to truly challenge you to really try to think through your relationship. Say, is this infatuation or is this love? Do I really like them? Or do I like them for what they have, what they can offer me, or do I like them for who they are? Mm-hmm. Start thinking through some of these things and be aware that even though these things are in your ears, you might be thinking it's just a song, these impact us. Mm-hmm. Everything we're watching, everything we're listening to is impacting how we view people and how we go about our relationships. So just think that through and just kind of think through, is this love or infatuation?
Yeah, and that's it's gonna do nothing but help you to be aware and to be intentional about what is it about this person that I like, you know, and what do I have to bring. So we just want you to, just wanted to give you some things to think about so that you're not confused by culture, but that you're prepared and you're educated and you're aware and you're able to, make good, solid decisions. And have healthy relationships. That's the goal. We want you to have healthy, successful, happy relationships.
And now we will close with Keisha giving you a helpful tip for the day.
Yeah, so mask. Don't forget to mask up.
Mask up.
Okay. So fun fact though about making the mask up a little easier. I like essential oils, and the oils they all they have different benefits or whatever. I have kind of a blend right now. It's got peppermint and orange and stuff. It's called Motivate. But you put a little essential oil in your mask. I mean, not a lot because it don't take a lot. A little goes a long way.
A lot, you'd be coughing.
And then that,
you'd be like, roll 'em.
that helps. So whether you need a little pick me up, try some peppermint, some orange, some kind of citrus stuff, or you need to chill out. You need to relax. Try feeling some anxiety about the mask.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Lavender is great for calming. You can put that right in your mask and be able to breathe it in, and it's totally safe and good for you. Those smells actually trigger things in your brain and your nervous system that helps you to be able to adjust to stress.
Somebody's a believer in the
Yeah.
My wife's a believer. She got that rolly ball, and she'll be putting on her wrist. We're going somewhere, and I'll be like, give me a hit. Give me a line.
Yeah, man.
Give me a hit of that.
Stress and anxiety is a real thing right now, so that's just a little helpful tip to help you get through having to cover your face up.
All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Like I said, we hope to be back in the classroom as soon as this craziness is behind us.
Yeah, we got some new goodies and
all kinds of swag. I got some stickers.
for you.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I got some on my water bottle.
Awesome, cool stuff. And so, that's all we got for you. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Stay safe.
Holler if you need us.
Yeah, slide in our DMs if you need anything. Remember, it's all about the love, not about the infatuation.
Spread kindness, not STDs. Peace out.
See you.